Alright, so I bought another car. Excuse the thunder. Anyways, I bought a car that I did not need to buy, but I couldn't pass up the deal, bone stock Integra, and I got it for pretty cheap. It needs a motor as a vent valve, but the lady actually bought it with a vent valve. It's been running like that for 100,000 miles now. But anyways, I'm just gonna go get plates for it real quick, and I'll go kind of overview of it when I get back. Alright, so it started downpouring and hailing, so I pulled under a bridge for a minute because weather is crazy today. We've been having a ton of wildfires and stuff out here in Montana, so this is good for the ground, but there's also lightning, which starts fires. But I'm gonna pull over here for a minute until it settles down. I checked the weather and it wasn't even supposed to rain, but now it's downpouring, so who knows. As you can see, we have the death check engine light, severe misfire from that vent valve. Alright, I'm back from getting plates. So this is going to be kind of like my daily driver travel vehicle. I know the Toyota's my daily right now, but for traveling, like to get groceries and stuff, I have to travel like over an hour, and I have to climb some mountains and stuff, and the Toyota on 32-inch tires does not like those hills with a 22 RE engine. So this will be a very nice cruiser daily driver, and it'll be good on fuel because gas prices are outrageous, as everyone knows. But yeah, like I said, it doesn't need a motor. I plan on trying to find a B20 and just putting it in. And wondering why I don't do a head job and just do it that way. One, machine shop, I don't even know of one anywhere near where I live. And two, with the vehicle running for over 100,000 miles with a bent valve, there is going to be damage to the cylinder or the piston, so it's just going to be a whole motor rebuild, and it's not worth it on a 1.8 liter LS. It's not a GSR or a Type R, otherwise it would be worth the money, but in this thing, not worth it. But anyways, I'll give you a tour of the car. So first thing, this is the only rust on the car, and here is the reason. So this is getting taken off immediately, as it should on any Honda or Acura you ever see. There is absolutely no rust on this car besides that. I'll put pictures in here underneath the car. But yeah, obviously it has sun fade. All Integras have sun fade on the roof, hood, and trunk. And being out here in Montana where it just bakes all the time, that's prone to happen. But these are coming off immediately. But my plan is to keep it stock. It's got AC, cruise control. It actually drives really nice. It has stock suspension. Even has a stock radio still. I gotta clean the interior. It's definitely very dirty. And the lady that I bought it from lived on a dirt road, so there's just dirt all inside it. So, as you can see, engine bay is completely unmolested, stock airbox, everything. So, that's really nice. And the only thing actually like recently changed was about a month before I got the car, the radiator, the stock one, blew up, which is typical. They separate right here between the metal and the plastic if you've owned Hondas long enough. But yeah, bone stock. And the reason I actually got this car is because I saw the car when I moved here, and I'd kind of been eyeballing it ever since I was here. And a few months ago, I went to her work and was like, "Hey, you ever plan on selling your car?" "Oh, neighbor's dog came to visit. Hello." Anyways, I asked her if she wanted to ever sell her car to give me a call, and she's like, "Well, yeah, I actually got to sell it here soon." So I was the first one on the list. There's actually a bunch of people behind me looking to buy it. But the reason she sold it to me is because the next guy in line was a kid, and she didn't want it to get ruined by some kid. So I was like, yeah, I'll definitely keep it basically stock and not turn it into this. But yeah, the only modifications I might do to it is wheels maybe, and stereo, just because I'm going to be driving it a lot. I plan on putting a lot of miles on it. It's got like 198,000 right now, but putting a new motor in it is going to go for much longer. And the transmission shifts like butter still, surprisingly, after almost 200,000 miles on the car in the original tranny. Yeah, and as you can see, the interior is really filthy. She drove it all over the place. But there is no rust in the spare tire well either. So it's very nice. But yeah, it's just very dirty. So one of these days I will detail it, kind of, or whatever, do a heavy interior clean. But yeah, this is new car. Just figured I'd introduce it. And the only thing I'm kind of mad about is that rust, and it's really the only reason it has that rust too is because of that lip. And she drove it to Washington and back to Montana all the time to visit family. So that's really the only salt it ever saw, and there is no rust anywhere else besides here. So I'm gonna grind it down and put some paint on it to prevent it from getting worse, just because once there's cancer, it's always gonna spread. I'm gonna do that for now, and then eventually I plan on painting it. So paint matching it. I want to keep the original color. I just want to blend it. Well, see how that goes. And the only thing that I know wrong with the car right now, obviously the bent valve in the engine, and it has an exhaust leak, which I think is because of the catalytic converter being plugged. So it pushed out the gasket because all the gunk and carbon coming out of the motor out of that one cylinder probably plugged it. And also it is the original cat, so it's kind of worth money, and being that old it's due to be plugged anyways. But you can hear the car. Let's start it up. It's still warm from me driving it, but it's leaking. But I ordered a new cat, an aftermarket one, just to throw on there, get the exhaust leak on, and hopefully it'll run a little better with that. I'm gonna see how well it runs with the bent valve once I fix the exhaust, and kind of go from there, whether I'm gonna pull the motor immediately or drive it. I guess I'll do an updated video once I get to that point. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I just wanted to kind of introduce the car, and if you like the video, appreciate a like. Subscribe if you want to follow all the projects now that I got 5 freaking cars that I'm dealing with. Really didn't have the money for this, but I couldn't pass up the deal. And if you want to follow my Instagram, poverty_society, same as my YouTube, you get updated quicker on there. And I actually might throw on my black BBS wheels on here for now, just because tires are better, and I think it will look kind of good. They're 15-inch still. These are actually, I guess, kind of rare, because it's usually they're 14-inch, but the black on green I think would look pretty good. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Stay tuned.